Welcome back. This is XCOM Enemy Within Long War, Classic Iron Man. This is the second wave. I am Anthiar, and this will be my second try. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and get started here. We're going to be playing on Classic. I will be doing Iron Man. Hopefully I don't get strung with the my bane of motivation, where I can't hit anything less than an 80 and the aliens are popping me with 11% all day long. But we probably will, so we'll see how far I make it this time. We made it about 15 missions in the first playthrough before I just had a string of what I call my RNG BS. I guess if you look at it from a holistic perspective, it's probably pretty accurate in terms of the random numbers of just the aliens were getting all the good rolls. But yeah. So anyway, we're going to push forward. There's a bunch of I&I edits I did that I should probably go into a little bit. But basically, I did a bunch of stuff to make the air game a little bit less impactful. I wouldn't say it's easier because I didn't buff like the interceptors' hit points or their damage, or reduce the UFOs' hit points or damage. Basically, all I did there was interceptors repair a lot faster, and the UFOs have a much lower chance of actually destroying satellites. That's pretty much all that boils down to. So it shouldn't result in like this massive influx of resources. Maybe a small increase in the overall amount of resources, since I'll have interceptors available to shoot down UFOs more frequently. But it's not going to be like, you know, one avalanche missile bringing down a terror ship or something. Won't have to worry about that. So we are going to use red fog. Typically I like this. I think I was kind of getting burned last time a little bit because, like I said, those aliens were hitting really low percentage shots. So hopefully we can make it a little bit more even-handed this time. I don't know. We're not doing cinematics mode because I did make a small change to the soldiers. In addition to changing their default appearances, obviously, and then also changing the move, I basically increased in one. So instead of seeing 11 to 16, 11 to 15. Anyways, the lowest move you should see is 12. Mobility should be 12, and then the highest one is one higher. I increased the average value by 1 and the minimum value by 1, and since it uses that gap between the two to determine the range, the range basically is increased by 1 across the board. Also, their starting defense is a little bit higher. It seems kind of absurd to me that you have soldiers with like negative defense. It's like you'd think that if you're taking the quote best of the best from across the world, that it's pretty unlikely that the dude doesn't know how to get behind a rock or something. So we'll be going with Commander's Choice, naming angles, as per usual. Friendly skies, because F the air game. Every single time I'm so tempted to hit United Humanity because Exalt is annoying, but then I never do. And then Perfect Information so that I can see the aliens when they're shooting me with those 11% that get me pissed off. And I think that should be about it. It's the 5 options that I usually take, if I remember right. If I forgot something, then I forgot something. But that looks pretty good. So there you go. We'll be doing Operation Progeny and Slingshot still. Hopefully those don't show up super duper early like they tried to do in that last campaign. We didn't actually saw the Progeny mission. We didn't see the Slingshot mission. That was the straw that broke the camel's back for me on that playthrough. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Gonna be skipping cutscenes. I think people have probably seen them many times, and so don't really care. I'm really tempted just to start with the same bonus again. This is really powerful as well. It saves you a lot of cash, but I don't know. I kind of feel like it maybe isn't as useful because once you've got all those things done, there's no more benefit to it really. And a lot of them, it's like, okay, well, you can get them a lot sooner because of the cash reduction, but then you're not taking advantage of those higher officer slots because you have to still train the people up. That could be really good, but the air game I've already kind of nerfed anyway, so it's probably not all that useful. All soldiers starting receive +3 aim to start with. Seems like it could be pretty powerful. So that's definitely a possibility. Mexico starts with the one where you start with 500 bonus cash, which is also really, so you start with like a grand. That's also really powerful. It lets you really get going on your base, like the strategic layer, pretty quickly. But then, you know, I don't know. It seems like there's no lasting benefit once you spent that extra money. You know, now you're, well, what else do you have? Japan, 3 additional Steam events. That's ridiculous. Ghost in the Machine, you get 2. Oh, your shivs are all better, and you start with 2 of them. That's not an awful thing. It's probably not something I do. Shivs can't level up, so it's that was pretty what awesome. It's a Master Sergeant random class. That's, and with Commander's Choice, you can make them pretty much whatever you want. Japan gets a lot of bonuses. Oh, that was going down. Still, robotics +2 or +5 bonus aims for new shivs and mech troopers. They make your mechs pretty awesome if you're really want to go that direction. Germany, don't they get some, like, yeah. So making the mech stuff cheaper. Build fast can be good. You start with a foundry already built. So there's a bunch of these that are like, you start with structures already. And it's so okay. So for instance, Canada. Well, okay, the 4 corporals can be pretty awesome actually, but this feels like this could be just amazing. You start with a laboratory and a workshop already built. You don't get to choose where they go. So it's not like you just have, like, they're already built, they're not free, and so they start like next to each other on the top layer, which means your adjacency bonuses are effed. This would be much more attractive to me if you just started with free ones where they don't cost you any money and will be built instantly, or, you know, however you want to call it, to where you can place them where you want, but they just show up as soon as you do it. Because especially for, well, laboratories and workshops, you have to have those adjacency bonuses. If you don't have those adjacency bonuses, you're really gimping yourself overall. Research credits. Unfortunately, doing this, you just end up with, so as soon as you do develop tactical rigging, then you've just replaced your bonus and it's gone. Australia could be awesome. That +5 ability points for stat rolls is pretty cool. But there's been debate about how that functions, like if that actually adds to what you can get, or if it just, I don't know. There's some talk about whether or not that actually, like, helped you. +5 starting will. I really think we'll probably just start with that autonomous interrogations again. That has the potential, I think, to really stack up and really kind of help you out. Plus, it to me at least, it synergizes well with air superiority, because air superiority ends up being extra funding if you get the satellites up and keep them up, since all the stuff costs less to purchase and to maintain. So, yeah, we're gonna do that again.
We're going to be putting down in Mexico for this mission. We've picked up a local broadcast indicating alien activity within a major metropolitan area. We should get down there and eliminate any hostiles.
Okay. Roofs. Roofs. That's our plan. With rookies, really have to take advantage of the high bonus. So, should be seeing sectoids, maybe some drones? Let's see what we got.
Strike 1, this is Central. You are free to engage all hostile contacts in the AO. Don't take any chances.
Okay. That's an interesting starting point. But it did start us right next to a pipe. So we can get on the roof And yeah, we should be good to go here. Unless there's drones on the roof, and then all of a sudden we're going to be scrambling to figure out what the hell to do, but nope, looks like we're good. So you see we've got, looks like an Italian, we've got a Swiss trooper, and we got the Italian, let's see, we've got Japanese, Canadian, American, and Claudia Brandt. Wrapping it up. Okay. Yeah, so you'll probably notice that you're very unlikely to see the stuff like the really tiny nations that they added in Long War. I went in and I changed they're not set to 0, but the way the INI deals with like the soldier starting countries is that each soldier has a chance. So you have a weight, basically. Every country has a weight. You just assign it a number. It could be as low as 1. It could, I mean, you can make it 0 if you don't want those guys at all. But you, so it could be basically 0 to whatever. And the chance that a new soldier, a new rookie, starts from that country is equal to the value set over the sum of all values. So, so a lot of these small countries I have, they had a weight of 1. And now they're, but the total weight is probably somewhere in the vicinity of 400 to 500, because those superpowers like the U.S., Russia, UK, I think Australia, Canada might be in there, Germany, France, you know, your world powers, they're all sitting at like between 40 to 60. So that really jumps up the total. So while it's not impossible to get one of those little guys, you're looking like at a 1 in 500 chance of those small countries showing up. So expect to see a lot of Americans, a lot of Germans, a lot of French, a lot of Russians.
Headed there now. Will do.
Begebe mich auf Position.
On the move.
Sí, señor comandante.
Now it's basically across the roof while we wait to get an audio indicator. Far side of the building, it looks like. Of course, the meld is all over here, which is going to make it a little bit challenging to get to, probably. I don't know if bringing my camera down is even going to give me the angles I need to see it. No, could be inside the building. I'm really bad at like playing the find the meld in the fog game. Some people are really good at it, and they'll do it and they'll show like, here it is, and I'll see like, oh yeah, there it is, and then I try to do it and I can't find this. Where is it at? I don't know. It could be the people that I've watched before were playing on a different version where it doesn't like cloak it as much, but yeah, I'm pretty bad at that mini game, as we call it. But anyway, let's keep on pushing toward where we heard contact. You kill everything, and you can get the meld without having to actually get the canisters. At least that's my theory. Now we're gonna need to do some dashing to catch people up.
Time to motor. Roger that.
Auf dem Weg.
You can get close enough without dashing.
Mi muevo.
Ooh, I hear the scampers.
Okay.
Bin unterwegs.
So we're staying away from the direct edge. We don't want to activate them yet. We want to get everybody up into position to where we can just drop down and wreck the enemy, because we like wrecking the enemy. Ooh, that should be fine, I think. Yeah, okay, we're fine. So with these low walls, you stand back a couple spaces. Part of me wants to say you could actually get one closer, but I know that if you have 2 spaces of a gap, you won't see over the edge and therefore won't activate enemies. I think if the roof is flat, you need like something like 4 spaces. Oh, hello.
quiet. Did you hear something?
Okay, now we can peek. I don't want to occupy the pipe though.
Position confirmed. That's what we're looking for.
There we go. See, there's that meld right there. It gives a pretty good. They have really good cover though. Is the meld doing its little shrieky yet? No, so we have a couple turns still. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull him back. So we got no line of sight. We're gonna overwatch, make them move. So right now they have to come up to get me, and they're gonna run into just a horrifying overwatch if they do so. Alright, so you see we got a guy here that's doing the mind merge, and he is sending it to the sectoid who is in this corner. So out of the sectoids that are activated, we know that there's one here, there's one there, and this guy might be on Overwatch, but we know this guy sure as heck isn't. The other one, let's see, is there somebody that can maybe get down? Use the system to our advantage here. Okay. Not seeing where the other guy is just at the moment, which is a little bit worrying. But we can use a trick here, I think, if I remember how this all works. There's a trick with coming down, not triggering Overwatch. Because if you go down, but I think the trick is they have to not be able to see you when you start up top. So like if they can see you here, the Overwatch triggers when you move from a square they can see to a square they can see. So if you move into a square from somewhere they can't see, like you just move one square and then they can see you, then you move back to one they can't, I'm pretty sure that doesn't trigger Overwatch. So what we're going to do is try to get sight. I want to be able to drop down and flank and kill that guy. But I don't want to trigger Overwatch on another sectoid, and I don't know where the third one is. Cannot seem to locate him. Part of it could be because nobody can seem to run that far. So he could be down here with his buddy, and I just don't have anybody that can move far enough to kind of figure out if that's the case or not. Everybody ends right there. It could be that he's actually just on next to the car there as well, so I think maybe we should just take the chance. If there's no Overwatches, or we can get good firing positions on the Overwatch, ruh-roh. Okay, so this gives us another slight problem. We're going to have more people do drop downs, and we've got to kind of commit now, otherwise we're going to lose people. Alright, where did that other guy go down here? Right there? Really? Is that right? It's not Overwatched. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Hopefully this works.
Okay.
It's on the far side, that's weird. I don't know why I couldn't move into those squares. That's one. That's two. there's the other one. Also not overwatching. Here we go again with this. He has to die. I have 4 enemies, and well, that guy back there isn't necessarily. I've got a lot of high cover, so he doesn't absolutely, positively, oh my god, have to die right now. Fortunately, this person is going to be stuck in half cover. Like I said, things have to die. Alright. You're gone. You should be anyway. Oh, that was probably a really bad call, actually. Well, I've already got people that are going to be flanked regardless, so... You see... Yeah, you can, can't you? Okay, yeah, I screwed up. Hopefully that guy will run away and not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We'll still be able to see from there. Okay, so we might be losing a rookie here because I went and got some dumb. Okay, you're going to have to kill this drone, hopefully. It sounds like I won't be getting that meld either. Alright, so if he runs away far enough... Run away, run away, run away! Woo! Okay. And there goes the meld. Alright. Well, I didn't pay for my dumb, so we'll take that. Pretty lucky, to be honest.
Good to go.
Head back to the roof, gonna see if he'll come back. Since I lost that meld, there's not a reason to try to, really push for it hard at this point. But we're gonna get people up onto the roof, get some overwatches set, and see what happens if the sector tries to come back. I could have moved him up there, but I think that we'll have a kind of a multi approach here. Depends on where he comes back from, though. I kind of wish I could keep sight on him, but maybe not going to cooperate with me on that one.
Got it covered.
Alright, so back up. I feel like I got pretty lucky with his decision to just run. If he would have ran behind that planter, he could have still had the flank on my troop and probably killed him. But, I guess I shouldn't complain. Alright, let's see if he's brave enough to come back. We did almost wipe out 2 pods just right there, which I feel really good about, actually. Let's get somebody down here to kind of keep an eye on that side. Everybody else is looking pretty good. Let's see if he comes back. Looks like maybe straight across the way there.
location.
I'm trying to set some people up to be able to get across here, maybe up onto this roof and check inside.
On my way.
I'm rolling.
Maybe coming around the other side here. Look at that. I can see him? Really?
Sie verlieren an Boden.
Wow. Okay, okay. 2, that's just armor.
Got it.
Alright, time to make him come to me.
Bin unterwegs.
Moving.
Get everybody back off the roof here.
Heading out.
It's really tempting to try a dasher down here. But with that door open, I could reveal inside, and that would be bad, so we're just going to bring it back to the roof. Alright, not quite sure where we went. I'm going to start getting people down to where, in case he tries to come down this side, we have people ready to react and take him out.
Will go. Got it covered.
Take a peek. Don't see him. Alright.
Moving to position. Was gehört?
Alright.
What was that?
Well.
Okay. Roger that.
Take another peek. That worked out well. How you doing, buddy?
Nailed him.
Alright. That makes it down to 1 pod.
Rücke aus.
I'm pretty sure they're on the far side of the building, so we'll take up
Heading there now.
positions to get overwatch in case they decide to patrol into us. And then we'll get ready to try to get to the other roof. I love it when it does that. Camera zoom to nothing in particular.
Roger. Tracking.
Alright, nobody there.
Bin dran.
Moving to position.
Sto muovendo.
I don't want to go in front of that open door. Not until I'm ready to do so, anyway.
Moving to designated position.
Alright, they're either inside or on the far side. Inside it is.
X-rays gesichtet.
31, can you do it? Not so much.
I'll get him next time. Negative ammo. I'm spent.
Okay, on the bright side, I don't see any way for them to get to the roof, short of coming down the hallways at me. So, what does that mean? That means we go up. And I'm having a kind of being dumb. I can't see the actual roof there. There we go. It's kind of weird, but and we'll probably actually just dash to where we have no visibility. We don't want we just don't want them to be able to see us. So, can I actually see the roof? That'd be awesome. Ugh, I hate it when the camera does that. It's like I'm pretty sure I'm moving on the roof here, but it's just enough kind of I had to just pay attention to the path, and it showed me going up, so there is that.
Okay.
If I was one of these sectoids, I'd be getting a little bit worried right about now. And you really need to reload. It was just the 3 sectoids, I think.
We're green to go.
Alright.
Aye, aye, Commander.
You should still be LOS. Yep, okay. So you can kind of cover the pole here, in case they decide to come down after us.
Posizione confermata.
And we run! So it's probably going to be 4 people on top, and then people covering these doors. Because I really don't want them to be able to pop up when I'm not expecting them, and kind of like that second door could have gotten this guy flanked. And oh, we got one over there. Got one there. Probably got someone running through the building, maybe. Kind of hard to tell. Probably right there.
Heading to that location. Ready to engage.
Look out. Nice, okay.
Good to go.
So basically my people on the ground floor have just got to hold for 1 turn. And that should give us a pretty clear path to wipe these guys out. So with him there, he could just get down to this and flank. So we're actually going to pull back from that. We'll stay on Overwatch, but we just don't want to give them the opportunity. We want to keep that high cover. And you should still be okay there.
What was that?
Mind merge. Alright, he's still there. He's still there. And huh, that's weird. It's like a whole lot of well, let's see, I can move there. Are you occupying both those squares, or is your friend back there with you? Because he does not appear to be down here anymore. Or he could be by that door. Alright, so first things first.
Affermativo.
Headed there now.
Oh, there's a meld can. You cheeky bugger. All right. Snap too. I hope it actually gets through that cover. Yep. All right.
What was that sound?
That's worrying. Is there another pod back there? That'd be 4 pods if there was. Nobody wants to see that. Should be yellow west. Oh, so not in there. Also not down here. It appears to be nowhere inside the... Huh, okay. Are they both back here? There's one for sure. Ah, hello, maybe?
Heading out.
Can I see them from here? Yes, I can. One of them's really hurt. It's only 59. Ah, take it. Oops, probably shouldn't have done that. Yeah, we can still do that. Are they not? They're not overwatching. Okay.
Okay.
Now that I have eyes on. You know what? Let's just not risk the health of our troops. Clean this up.
Fastball special.
You refuse to die. Well, good for you.
Sto movendo.
Just gonna get more people. Can't actually see them from there, but it's fine. And then you can kind of catch up to help support on this end. So we got one sectoid with one. Hey, look, there's another guy. 42. Huh. I guess it was a 4 sectoid pod, and I have trouble counting. I need to watch more Sesame Street. You're trying to hide. You're trying to hide.
On the move.
It's cute how he's trying to hide. Why can't you see him? I guess it's those crates.
Miro non ha colpito il bersaglio.
Got it.
Can't hit with the 65.
Damn it.
Well, you're not gonna hit anything either. Well, you might be able to do like some side bullshit, but usually they'll try to run, and I think we've got these. Well, assuming that I don't hit him with this 44. All right, I think I've got him in a position where he's either just gonna hunker. Wow. Usually they try to run. Well, props to him, I guess. I don't know if Chase has got a kill yet, but we're gonna get him in there, and this should really be a kill. 96. There it is.
Hostiles pass.
Good work out there, Strike One.
Okay.
If I may, Commander, the labs are...
That weird audio indication was like trying to tell me there was another pod out there, and I was like, oh my lord, that's gonna be brutal.
Commander to the research labs. Commander to the research labs. An exemplary
Everybody gets
performance.
promoted.
Let's hope all of these operations go as smoothly as this one.
You notice the fatigue timers are reduced too. I upped the wound timers to kind of compensate. So I think, well, actually I don't know how they relate, but so the theory is wounds have the potential to be longer but fatigue is a lot less. Now, stuff like genemods and officer ranks that add fatigue will add to this still. So you're still looking at, like, you know, maybe a couple days out for your officers and your psyops and your genemodded guys. But in general, if they don't get hurt, they should be back in the action quicker.
The recovered artifacts are being unloaded, and the research team is waiting your orders. We'll get started as soon as you give the order, Commander.
Not the best haul. Had to be a little bit aggressive with grenades, but...
Research labs.
Yep. Research. Stuff and things.
Seems the complexities of our latest research
Yes, you want scientists.
projects
I get it. Hi, Shen. What do we got? What do we got? Oh! Why? Why no move down? It'd be so much better if I could just have that move down. Oh well. So what looks like what we're going to have to do here is, because of the power requirements, I'm going to get another satellite uplink here. That gives me just enough to put a lift. So this block, well, either this block or the far block, maybe I'll do the far block actually, will be our power. So our end game is going to be steam generator, Illyrium, because you need that's what you need. If you can't get if you can get 2 steam generators in a 2x2 block, like if this steam was here, you could then put an Illyrium generator here and have enough power for all the buildings you need for the end game. Since we don't have that, it's going to require an extra Illyrium generator. Too bad, so sad.
Commander to
But
mission control.
shush up,
Commander to
computer, I
mission
understand.
control.
So yeah, so we'll probably end up putting power here. So we'll get like the officer training here, alien containment here, and we can have like research and labs, like workshops and labs. It doesn't matter which side I put them on, and then obviously our satellite battery will be here. Also, you notice that satellites are going to be half as expensive because of the air game.
Commander to mission control.
I keep harping on it, but I just really don't like it, so... And I'm broke.
Every member of the council
All
is
right.
going to want satellite coverage, so we should plan our deployments carefully.
Nah, nothing crazy here. That first one we started with one country in the yellow, which was interesting, and then there was obviously more countries green to kind of compensate, which makes me think, or makes me feel that there's like a pool of panic, and up to a certain point, it's like it just kind of randomly distributes it. So you might have one that starts in the yellow, but then a bunch more that are lower. I'm not sure if that's true. Maybe every country just gets a random roll, and that one just happened to roll high that one time, but yeah, whatever. Let's see. So hangar. Let's get our pilots with actual like
Commander to
names.
mission control. Commander to mission control.
Ripper, Owl, Tripper, Ripper and Tripper. Hannibal and Ripper. They should, and then the Tripping Owl. Yeah, those could be the wing pairs. I kind of wish you could like send up interceptors in pairs, like so they have wingmen. But unfortunately, it doesn't support that. And that should be about everything ready to go. So we're just gonna scan. What's it gonna be? Abduction or UFO? Abduction or UFO? Or lift? Abduction. Okay. South Africa, it looks like?
Commander, we've picked up
Indeed.
multiple
Moderate.
requests for assistance. Abductions in progress are marked on the hologlobe.
Bloem Fontaine. That's a bit of a mouthful, but that's our next mission. We'll be going to take care of an alien abduction in South Africa. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the city name anymore. Until then, I hope you enjoyed the first of the reboot of Classic Iron Man, and I hope that you'll come back to see how it progresses from here. My name is Anthiar, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care.